Alright, welcome everyone. This is the next episode in our Orcs Must Die walkthrough, and we're taking a look at the 5th mission, Runner's Alley. And on this mission, we've been given the Archer Guardian. There's our first actual Guardian that we've been given access to. And the difference between a normal trap and a Guardian is that you have a limited number of Guardians you can place, although the number is very high. You usually won't hit that number. But they have their own sort of AI, so they will attack things as they see fit, based on a little bit on how you place them. So the Guardian, for example, I won't place one here, but you can see when you're getting ready to place it, you can hit R to rotate its facing, and that dictates sort of the area of attack that it has. So for the trap selection on this mission, this is the first time we've seen kobold runners. And these are very weak, but very quick little guys. So they can probably be the biggest issue with keeping your core intact, perfectly intact. So as for what you're going to use, I like to go with the sword, tar, arrow, archer definitely, and probably skip the wind belt, actually. The reason I skip the wind belt here is because spike traps are good for kobolds, and there's nothing really to knock them into with the wind belt. Also, you'll notice this level is the first one that's really has two separate entrances. So obviously it's tempting to do traps here because of this long hall. Obviously when stuff spawns from this door, any traps down this long hall will be useless. So instead you want to utilize choke points that can kill everything that spawns, which means using this hallway. So first thing is to just start doing some arrow traps. It's good to use them here because it will shoot this way, so things that are coming straight on will get hit a lot. So we'll start with that, and then start going down this wall. And once you spend your money, hit G and get it going. So we've got kobolds. These can be, as you see, killed with one shot of your crossbow. Or really one shot of anything. That coin there is just random drop. Sometimes it appears. More often it will come from rare types like ogres or the hunters, which you haven't seen yet. But it's worth 100 coins, so it's worth grabbing. And you can see the arrow walls do a really good job shooting far down this hall. And obviously they'll still kill things that come out of this doorway. So I'm going to do more arrows. And if you can't quite see things, remember to hit middle mouse button. That'll zoom in your crossbow. You can sort of see what you're shooting at. But I tend to play without the zoomed in function just because it feels more natural. And just trying to get most of the crossbow works dealt with early. And remember, at a pinch, you can use your special right-click for your crossbow to stun a small group. Buy yourself some time. So at this point, I'm going to start adding some snares. Now the problem here is that things are, this 3 wide hallway is obviously pretty wide, so you want to think about where you're placing things. Don't do too far forward because things that come from that left won't necessarily get snared. And then really watch for kobolds. You want to focus on getting them down first. Once they're dealt with, you can pretty easily get everything else. So I'm going to do a few more snares. And rather than use spike, I'm just going to use the tar trap since that's our improved version. and it slows a lot. And then you want to start focusing on archers a bit. So if you go up top here, if you place archers up above, obviously they can see down below. You want to start placing them on the right so that they have the best line of sight down there where that green archer is. So they can see as close down that hallway as possible, and obviously they all have the front attacks for that spawn. And then get them as close to the edge and as close together as you can. And archers are really good for cobalt runners. They shoot really quickly. Well, I shouldn't say, like, their reload is not fast, but they shoot fast enough to kill cobalt runners if they're able to fire. So there's a runner there. Unfortunately, they don't always actually aim for them. So again, your job is to really watch for those runners in particular. I'm going to do some more arrow walls. And when you have a group, use your sword. More snare traps. Oh, see how this part here prevents another one from going down. So actually I'm going to sell those two. And then do that instead. This covers a wider area pretty much. So you got more kobolds. Try to kill as many as you can by yourself. And I'm going to go put some more archers up top. Another thing you can do is actually put archers just down here. But the problem is that you don't want them to be killed, because you don't have any way to revive them at this point. So if you're running out of space up there for your archers to get a good shot, then you can place them back here. Just make sure that no orcs will actually reach them before they get killed. Let's do more snares. And again, I'm going to do the double like this. And arrow walls. So you may have seen the archers up there getting the kobolds pretty easily. Again, when they actually get a chance to shoot them, they do really well. Now we've got a lot of crossbow orcs for this last wave, so try to kill as many as you can by yourself. Here comes some kobolds. Try to pick them out of the crowds. And we're just about done. Very nice. And so we got 5 skulls on Runner's Alley. And we should... right. So at this point, you can opt to upgrade the spike trap, or you can hold out to get archers that are cheaper. I'd probably go with the spike because it's a really cheap trap, and often you'll have extra money that you can't really use on a big trap, or you just don't have the space for it in your main defense area. But you want to place these kind of out in the middle of nowhere just to do extra damage. So we're going to do that. And continue on.